Upfront Books presents Testosterone for Life. Recharge your vitality, sex drive, muscle mass, and overall health. Written by Abraham Morgentaler, M.D., and narrated by Roy Mccrerey. Copyright 2009 by the President and Fellows of Harvard University. This audiobook is published by arrangement with McGraw-Hill, LLC, and was produced in the year 2020 by Upfront Books, which holds the copyright thereto. Introduction. Are you tired? Have you lost your edge, your sense of vitality, your mojo? Does sex feel like work, or maybe it doesn't work out anymore? Is your mood blah? Have you put on a gut, even though you don't seem to be eating any more than you ever did? Maybe it's age. Or maybe, just maybe, you have a medical condition called low testosterone, or as I prefer to call it, low T. If you do, you should know that treatment of low T has an excellent chance of helping you feel better. Not only do many men experience improvement in their sexual function and return of their old desire for sex, but they also say they feel like their battery has been recharged. They say they feel younger, more vigorous, or the best I've felt in years. What's more, low T is incredibly common. Testosterone levels decline as we age, beginning around 35 years of age. By the time a man is 70 years old, there's a 50% chance that his T levels will be lower than the lowest values seen for men in their 20s. In men who have diabetes, obesity, hypertension, or lung disease, the risk of having low T approaches 1 in 3 for men over the age of 40. Yet here's the crazy thing. For the longest time, despite recognizing the symptoms of low T for centuries, very few doctors offered treatment. The diagnosis and treatment have been part of all standard medical textbooks for several decades, yet there's been a great deal of confusion and a lack of clear guidelines about how to diagnose and how to treat low T. For the average man in reasonable health who feels his internal battery has worn down, this has meant that no one, including his own physician, has likely gone to the trouble of determining whether he might have low T. Every week, I see men in my office who come in with classic symptoms and test results for low T, but whose physicians have either dismissed their complaints, saying things like, "Joe, you just need to accept you're getting older," or misinterpreted the test results, with comments like, "That's strange. You have all the symptoms of low T, but this report says your testosterone levels are normal. I guess that's not it." In other cases, the doctor has made the right diagnosis, but just didn't feel comfortable prescribing testosterone therapy. It doesn't have to be that way. As a urologist at Harvard Medical School, I've been treating men with low T for the last 20 years. When I include my undergraduate research at Harvard College on the effects of testosterone and other hormones on the brain, then I've been at this work for 30 years. It's what I do. And I've written this book to provide clear and helpful information so that men can be empowered to determine for themselves whether they have low T, and if so, whether they're interested in a trial of treatment. Even after all these years of working with men with low T, I continue to be amazed at the ways in which T therapy can absolutely change a man's life. Not long ago, I saw Justin. All patient names have been changed for privacy reasons. In the office 1 year after he began testosterone treatment. As a 52-year-old man, his original symptoms had been limited to reduced sexual desire. Otherwise, he told me during his initial visit, he felt perfectly fine. "How have you been, Justin?" I asked as we sat down at his follow-up visit. "Doctor," he began, "as you predicted, my sex drive came back quickly. What I hadn't expected, though, was how much better I would feel in other ways. In retrospect, I'd lost my zest for life, but I didn't realize it at the time because it had happened so gradually. Within a couple of months of treatment, I felt better than I'd felt in years. I'd always been creative in business, but I had let everything slip. In the last 6 months, I've started 2 new businesses, and I'm helping a colleague with the creation of a nonprofit educational company. I'm now excited to wake up every single day." I hear stories like Justin's all the time.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?